The 2024 racing season is over, but there's no downtime. Postseason testing is well underway in Abu Dhabi. These sessions give teams the opportunity to evaluate the new tires and assess how the drivers are adapting to the new setup and conditions. Among the highlights is Carlos Sainz's promising debut for Williams. His impressive on-track results, combined with the financial support he provides to the Grove-based team, have attracted attention. At the same time, Yuki Tsunoda is attracting attention during his first tests with Red Bull. The big question remains, can Tsunoda prove he is ready to partner Verstappen, or will he spend another season at AlphaTauri? Don't miss out on the exciting news. Subscribe to our channel. Post-season testing is crucial for drivers to adapt to the cars they will be driving in the coming season. This year's squad has undergone significant changes, with Sainz moving to Williams, Hülkenberg to Sauber, and a number of newcomers. Newcomers such as Antonelli, Bortoleto, and semi-newcomer Lawson have already made a name for themselves in these tests. For the teams, these sessions are important to gauge progress and lay a solid foundation for the next campaign. Carlos Sainz has already impressed, posting a competitive lap time in his first race with Williams. According to Motorsport, his best time at the end of 60 laps was 1 minute 24.435, a result that hints at a promising C. This performance is particularly noteworthy given that Sainz is currently piloting one of the slower cars on the grid. However, it's important to remember that lap times during testing are often inconclusive due to the wide variability in car setups, tire compounds, and fuel loads. Sainz's position at the top of the standings doesn't necessarily signal a sudden breakthrough with his new team. Instead, it suggests that Williams could be on the verge of becoming a more consistent points contender than in recent seasons. Much of this renewed optimism stems from the financial backing of Santander, the Spanish banking giant that recently ended its 18-year association with Ferrari. With this support, Williams is poised to address critical areas of development such as wind tunnel improvements, which are vital for long-term competitiveness. This financial stability comes at a crucial time for the team, following a challenging 2023 season marked by crashes that diverted resources away from their 2025 car project. The arrival of Sainz also intensifies the pressure on Alex Albon. Although Logan Sargent initially showed promise, the introduction of talented competitors like Felipe Drugovich seemed to dent his confidence. With Sainz on board, the expectations at Williams will only grow. Sainz brings an impressive resume, including 4 career race victories with Ferrari and a track record of regular podium finishes. His signing, championed by team principal James Vowles, reflects a strategic push by Williams to accelerate their resurgence in Formula One. Yuki Tsunoda's testing session with Red Bull is attracting significant attention, as it may represent the most pivotal moment of his career within the team. His performance and connections could play a crucial role in shaping his future, particularly as Red Bull assesses his potential for a promotion to partner Max Verstappen. However, Tsunoda's position is complicated by Honda's involvement, which likely means he will never be the top contender for the prized Red Bull seat. At present, Liam Lawson appears to have the edge, with his impressive performances suggesting he may have already been promised opportunities within the team. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo's strong showing during the 2024 tire tests at Silverstone proved that he still has the ability to compete at the highest level in Formula One. This puts Red Bull in a fascinating position. If Tsunoda can deliver lap times in the RB20 that are on par with Verstappen's, similar to Ricciardo's performance at Silverstone, his chances of securing a spot with the main Red Bull team in 2025 would increase significantly. Red Bull places a high value on such direct comparisons, and Tsunoda's results could position him as a serious contender for the second seat alongside Verstappen. Tsunoda's lap times will inevitably be compared to those of other drivers currently testing, including Liam Lawson and Ayumu Iwasa. If Tsunoda's times are close to those of the Racing Bulls drivers, Lawson may be given an exciting opportunity to step up. However, there are concerns that Lawson's relative lack of experience could be a challenge, potentially hindering his development in the high-pressure environment of Red Bull. The tests at Yas Marina will be crucial in shaping the futures of these drivers. For Sergio Perez, the situation is particularly tense. The pressure on him is mounting as his position within the team becomes more uncertain. For the first time in his career, Perez's seat is under genuine threat. The upcoming meeting with Red Bull's shareholders could determine whether he remains with the team for the 2025 season. Another notable absence in the postseason testing is Lewis Hamilton, who was not seen in a Ferrari. While it was anticipated due to Mercedes' plans for the seven-time world champion, it's still disappointing not to see him driving the iconic Ferrari machinery as soon as possible. Even Hamilton himself has expressed some disappointment. However, Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur has remained confident, reassuring that Hamilton will not need much time to adjust to the car. This leaves hope that, by the time the season kicks off in Australia in March, Hamilton will be fully in sync with both the team and the car. Speaking about missing the Abu Dhabi test with Ferrari due to his commitments with Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton said, "I know Fred wanted it to happen for me. I had mixed feelings about driving the red car for the first time in Abu Dhabi. It's not ideal. In a perfect world, you'd get to drive it in private and only reveal it next year. When I brought it up with Toto, they already had all these plans for me to visit sponsors and say my goodbyes. I don't think it was ever going to be allowed, even if I had asked for it. I'm contracted with the team until December 31st, and that's totally fine. It doesn't bother me much. I told Fred, that's not how I want to approach this. Am I missing out on something? For sure, it definitely delays the process. Despite this setback, both Hamilton and Ferrari remain optimistic about laying a solid foundation ahead of the 2024 season. While the delayed start is undoubtedly a challenge for Hamilton, he is determined to catch up quickly. Adding to the difficulty, Hamilton's first session with Ferrari will be in the 2022 F175 car, not a more current model. Nonetheless, if anyone can overcome these challenges, it's Hamilton. Meanwhile, Mercedes is facing its own set of challenges. Their 2025 rookie Andrea Kimi Antonelli has been unable to take part in postseason testing due to health issues, which has been a disappointment given his rising star status. In his place, former F2 champion Frederik Vesti has stepped in. Though Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has praised Vesti, it is still too early to consider him a future F1 contender. Frederik Vesti's performance in Abu Dhabi could create opportunities for cooperation with Mercedes-affiliated teams. In particular, Alpine will become one of Mercedes' client teams from 2025, which could be a potential pathway for drivers in the Mercedes Academy. However, competition within the Mercedes program is very high, as evidenced by the recent signing of Formula 2 driver Paul Aron to the Alpine Academy, who was previously part of the Mercedes family. This situation underscores Mercedes' commitment to promoting talent from within its own ranks. For Andrea Kimi Antonelli, this creates significant pressure. Despite being part of one of the most competitive teams on the grid, he will enter Formula One with little race experience, aside from a few testing sessions. Looking at Mercedes, let's not forget how Lewis Hamilton's season ended at Monza, and now he faces George Russell, who is not only a race winner, but also, for now, the de facto leader of the team. Until Hamilton can prove otherwise, it will be fascinating to watch how the dynamic between the two plays out at the top. But the intrigue doesn't stop at the front. The midfield battle promises to be just as thrilling. Esteban Ocon's move to Haas will be one to watch closely, especially considering the circumstances surrounding his departure from Alpine. Being let go prematurely, and reportedly without his consent, will likely fuel Ocon's determination to prove that Haas can aim for more than just positions outside the top five. Sauber, for its part, will be looking to maintain its momentum at the end of the 2024 season, which starts in Qatar. With a new driver lineup including Gabriel Bortoleto and Nico Hülkenberg, the team is looking to maximize points ahead of a full switch to Audi in 2026, which will bring new engine technology and a revamped car development strategy. Hülkenberg has particularly distinguished himself in 2024, playing a key role in Haas's impressive P7 finish in the Constructors' Championship. However, it remains to be seen whether he can repeat that success with the Swiss-German team. As the 2024 postseason tests unfold, many questions arise. Who will benefit most from these sessions? Will Ocon be able to prove Haas's potential? Will Sauber continue to gain momentum in the new season? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video.